Now we can ult. There goes Xavier.
Father, we'll finish them together! Silence.
In the words of Mobile Gamer, I'm the best! Yeah! How's it going, everybody? Desir here, and we have a pretty massive winning streak lately, and we're currently 2-0 going against Stevie G, who's a very good player. He has some pretty interesting defenses. If we take a look, he hasn't dropped one match yet, so we have some pretty crazy things. 251 million TCP right here. And as far as its defense goes, he has a Superior 6 Vulture in Stage 1. He has an Odin, Xavier, Guardian for the offense up, new Emma, and Sasquatch in Stage 2. Stage 3, he has a 2-piece Annihilator Super Skrull Kahori with a Dorm. Stage 4, we have Phoenix Force, Black Knight, Old Man Logan, Nightcrawler. Pretty good defense there. Stage 5 is going to be the Thunderbolts. And Stage 6, we have Wanda's Revenge with Morgan and Quicksilver. So what I'm looking at right now when I was going over this is, for Stage 3, I can do something like Illuminati or Starjammer, something of that sort. Do the opposite one in Stage 4. Stage 5, I could do my Cabal team. So Stage 2, I was initially looking at maybe doing like a sack, then going with Immortal X-Men for the cleanup. Pretty safe, pretty reliable as far as how that goes, depending on what you end up pulling. Because of what's in Stage 1 and Stage 6, we're going to try and do a gamble. So we're going right into this, no editing right now. And we have a saved squad we're going to be looking at. What we have here is going to end up being our own Odin. We have Songbird on offense. So Songbird's going to be able to ult turn 1. That's going to end up flipping those offense up and the defense ups that Emma gets. I do have overpowered G20 on Songbird, so I'm hoping I can maybe knock that Sasquatch low enough to where I can start hammering down the Xavier or the Odin, whichever one I want to kind of go with. And then from there, we have our Odin, we have our Null, Old Man Logan for some control out here. We have Kingpin in here, so when the enemy Odin or Xavier takes his turn, that's going to go into the summon for that initial hit. The enemy Odin's going to special turn 1. He's not going to do a basic, so I'm not going to ability block him or anything. And that's going to cause it to where my Old Man Logan's going to stop the charges. No battlefield effect or anything that's going to happen on here. So I'm curious how this is going to play. On paper, this should be a hell of a sack, if anything. So let's go ahead and get in this. All right, let's see how this hit ends up going, because this could end up going terribly wrong or terribly awesome. All right, so we have our minion with the taunt right here, and now we get to ult turn 1 with Sombra. This is going to flip everything because this isn't locked to raids or a certain number of characters. All right, so we got defense down, we got offense down on everybody. Taunt is back up. We could end up specialing now. Did he get the mind control from Xavier? He should have. All right, so got the battlefield effect out there. Odin is doing his. We have our own Old Man Logan. So we got the one swipe already. That's fantastic. I kind of want to get Carnage out here right now. If we target here and use the special, this is going to hit the adjacents. All right, so that should do some pretty good stuff there. Emma going into there. That's not great. I was hoping Odin or Xavier would take that hit. All right, so Xavier, who's he going into? That's honestly the best option, in my opinion. All right, so now we can get a stun into Xavier. I don't want to ult. That's going to take the stun off. Now we can ult. There goes Xavier. And ult, we have offense up. In the words of Mobile Gamer, I'm the best! Yeah! Alright, we are riding that high. We are currently going into stage 4. This is the Spore attack where everything's going to be the permanent damage. We're going to end up going in here with our Star Jammers. As far as ISOs, I'm going to keep these 3 Raiders, these 2 Strikers. Groot's turned into a really good striker for me because when he does that special, it's going to call an assist, it's going to call a rocket in, and then if there's a vulnerable on, he's going to do another attack, so it turns into like a quad hit, which is amazing and usually deletes people outright. As far as target priority goes in here, Havoc's going to have to ult turn 1 into Black Bolt, or Black Knights. It's not Black Bolt. I was talking about Illuminati earlier. Because of that, let's go ahead and switch Havoc over to a Skirmisher. I do have the diamonds activated for Havoc right now. However, I don't want to risk it. I'd rather just try to make sure I get those charges off and the taunt off. From there, I want to try to push into like Old Man Logan, Omega Red, and just kind of get the ability blocks and control out there. Let's go in. We should be set. All right, so right off the bat, we're going to use this ult into Black Knight. Now we have Howard the Duck. We're going to end up throwing ult over here. This is going to get ability blocks into Old Man Logan, Omega Red, and Phoenix. Let's go ahead and go into you because I don't like Omega Red. Now we can end up popping this ult. All right, so there goes Old Man Logan, Omega Red. We're going to put this in 1x speed so I don't mess this up. We're going to hit the special, then we're going to pause and time out. I'll see you in 4 minutes, 15 seconds. All right, we are moving over to stage 3. In here, we have a 2-piece Annihilators. We have Kahori, we have Super Skrull, and we have Dorm. Pretty good defense, actually, for what's in here. We are going to end up bringing in our Illuminati team. That's going to end up stopping the speed from Super Skrull and Kahori right off the bat. We're going to take that passive shot if anybody's a controller on here. I don't remember if I have any controls. I don't think I do, so we should be fine there. Apoc's going to take the safeguard off of Gladiator. And for Black Cat, I'm going to keep her a Skirmisher so we can try to get off of, say, the taunt with Black Panther Shuri doing the special. But she's going to end up providing a stun into probably like a Thanos or Kahori. We'll kind of wing it, see how we end up going on this one. Black Cat's also going to take that Revive once off of Dorm. Let's go in. All right, so passive shot. So we do have a controller, obviously, Black Panther Shuri. All right, let's go ahead and use that special. And we have Ink going next. Let's go ahead and special to get safeguard up. We are not getting off that taunt. Which one? Offense down, rebound, defense up. We already have that. Clear revive. We don't have to worry about that. Ult, attack, stun, disrupt. Let's just do this one. I don't want to push Thanos right now if I don't have to. Now we can go into Black Cat. He's gonna special here for the rewind, but I need to stop her from using that special into us. That's more deadly. All right, so there's the special from Super Skrull. All right, so now we have our guy going. We're going to target Gladiator and pop the ult here. Now we can... Apoc didn't get terminated because of Britain, duh. All right, let's go ahead and go here and ult, I feel. Like I said, I don't want to push Thanos right now. I could deal with him doing a special into me. There goes Dorm. We can handle the ult going into Thanos. All right, there's the special. Let's special here. We had immunity, so we're not going to take that stun. All right, now we get Falcon Punch into Thanos. And easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's rewind you. Well, we can't rewind, but whatever. But yeah, it's a game over for them now. All right, special. Let's special here. And there we go. All right, stage 5. We are bringing in the old reliable Cabal, Ares, Kang, and they have the full Thunderbolts team on here, which is honestly why I took Songbird off. This team's gonna beat it, and they usually bring this in anyways. I personally have been using Hela in there. That way they have to deal with a turn meter rewind when they kill Greg, just to kind of throw it off a little bit. And people still using Cabal, same team, and I get a great offense tool, which you saw earlier in this video. This one here, we are basically going to try and get that control into Songbird. We're going to go very quickly and just rewind and control, baby. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and get the slow out there. We'll target Taskmaster here. I was hoping to get some RNG luck to hit Ghost, honestly. All right, let's go ahead and go Songbird special. We need to go all in on her. All right, let's go ahead, target Victoria Hand. We'll use the ult here for a rewind. Let's go ahead and special into Hyperion here. And this one here is unavoidable, which is why I like Ares. We don't have to deal with the RNG dodging of Ghost right there. Ult. And got a little Cactus Jack bang bang going on. All right, stage 1. We have our Immortal X-Men going into the Superior 6. This team usually walks over it anyways. And the fact I was able to spare my Immortal X-Men in here is going to get me a very good efficiency score. Basically, we're going to get that stun into Green Goblin Classic. That's going to take the charges away too, and we just kind of decimate them. Let's go in. All right, let's take those charges off. We're not going to stun, I believe, because of Green Goblin Classic. Never mind, we do. That's right, because we took the charges off. All right, let's go ahead and we have a Striker Shot. Let's go into Spider Slayer for the Striker Shot. And let's go ahead, special. Damn. That was way too easy. All right, stage 6. We have Dorky's Broken Headset, and this here is Wanda's Revenge. We're going to go in with a very quick team, just kind of annihilate them with the overpowered Vigilante it is. Basically, we got a G20 them for the XAVIER, so this is going to be a very easy, quick matchup as well. All right, let's go ahead, target Scarlet Witch. I was about to say Zombie Scarlet Witch. There's the ult. There goes Morgan. Quicksilver fell over dead. All right, let's go ahead and we'll just stay on Wanda. Ult. There was Invisible Woman as well. All right, special. And done. Was that 3 moves? Yeah, 3 moves. All right, so Stevie was able to one-shot everything, but we were able to pull the victory out. This was a really fun matchup. I really liked the defenses and what we used to attack each other with on here. We was able to one-shot our monster defenses on here with some pretty slick thinking, actually. We end up getting the victory, though, with a 50,204. Stevie got a 50,175. Now, as far as the attacks goes, stage 1... we used Immortal X-Men in stage 1. We were able to do this because of the team we used in stage 2 for that one shot. This got us 8372, very good efficiency score. Stage 2, this was surprising. The more I thought about it, it's like, well, let's give it a shot. If anything, we don't need Odin elsewhere, then we can go in for that cleanup by using Immortal. We had Songbird basically using the ult turn 1 flip that defense up and the offense up into that defense down and offense down. Old Man Logan stopping the charges, Odin kind of carrying, and there was that RNG check where when Xavier did the special, he went into Null and Songbird as opposed to Old Man Logan. If that would have gone into Old Man Logan, this probably would have failed on us. We had an 8360. Stage 3, Illuminati, APOC, Black Cat, 8361 into Kahori and Super Scroll. Stage 4, we did Starjammers, and we were able to do the timeout. We remembered to change the speed. Yeah. 8370. Stage 5, Cabal, Ares, King, 8369. Stage 6, we were able to do Vigilante, 8372. So, really good hits on all of these. Now, as far as the defense goes, Stevie did some really slick things on here. I like it. He was able to get Vigilante to work in stage 1. This never works for me, and I hate everybody that can get this to work. So, I hate it. It never works. 8358 for this one. Stage 2, full Illuminati and Tawanda's Revenge. 8369 on that hit. Stage 3. This is brilliant, and he did have to break apart his Immortal X-Men, but this worked really good. I like it. So this has been a monster defense of mine that people have been able to one-shot. And there's no Mephisto bug going right now, which makes this even more impressive. So what he ended up doing was Mephisto, Null, Black Cat on here for that stun, Storm for a stun. We have the can't rewind, but Gina's still a very good character in here to where she can kind of do some heavy lifting. 8353. So you can kind of see the difference in these two. I got 7-point advantage on this one, but he still kind of struggled with some of the other hits, which I got lucky, I'll say that much. Stage 4, Night Stalkers into my Liberty with Ultimus, 8363 on that hit. Really smart because people still using Superior 6 and getting smashed in here because of the Ultimus and the permanent damage. Stage 5, he did the same thing I did. And as you see, I was able to pull Songbird for offense. I highly recommend using your Songbird for offense because this is still going to pull the same thing by putting Hela in here for that rewind of Greg kills. And stage 6, Starjammers into my Night Stalkers with Scientist Supreme, 8362. So well played. This was a fun matchup. Me and Steve were talking on Discord. We were hoping to get matched up against each other, and we did. And we got the victory. The streak lives on. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have one for the rest of the day.